Anna deTiege, the Director of Innovation Capital Louisiana Economic Development, is our guest now here, the Element Well Studio, again at the Westin. Anna, thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me.
So what's your interest in being at this event here from Louisiana today?
Several reasons.
Okay.
I'm a very proud board member of Invest MS. That's Mississippi's SSBCI program, which I think we'll get to talk about in a little bit. And additionally, I'm a lifelong resident of the Gulf Coast.
Okay.
Born in Ocean Springs. My mama's from Pascagoula, and I married a boy from Jackson.
Okay.
So I have a vested interest in seeing the success, and I love the opportunity to be part of that success in this area.
Great. That's fantastic. So as you know, working with the program there, lots of great prospects we have here.
Truly.
For some funding in the state of Mississippi.
It is. I love seeing the ideas that come from this area and from all over. It's not just universities. It's experienced business people that noticed a problem, when they worked in industry and took the time to solve it.
Yeah.
And the collaboration between the funders and founders gives me so much energy personally, but it does a ton to stimulate local economies as well.
Yeah.
Jobs are created by startups and small businesses, and so it creates this flywheel where, success begets more success, and we take our knowledge and we build on it, and it's really tremendous to see. Yeah.
And, let's be honest, across the country, most folks don't really think about or perceive Mississippi as being a place where such technology startups can occur and grow and thrive and become successful companies. But we're sort of defying that misconception. We've got a lot of that going on in the state.
It's so true. I think the internet has leveled the playing field tremendously. There are a lot of people that are returning home as well, and I think that's great. But there's generally more interest in the Sun Belt at this time because people realize that this is not a flyover state. Yeah. Right? There are real ideas. There are smart people that also want to stay at home and have a vested interest in the success here. And I think that, and you know what? It's even harder for them to do so because I've met founders where they are able to raise outside capital in other cities or on the coast very easily, but they are determined to make it here. And I think that speaks to all of the resources that are provided to them here and the sense of pride that also comes from being able to say that you are a homegrown success.
Yeah. As you know, there are a lot of states that have organizations that's similar to Innovate Mississippi and that focus on economic development and growth of the technology sector in their respective states. But here in Mississippi, I really think that we're sort of setting the standard for how to do that with Innovate Mississippi. What do you think?
I think you're exactly right. That is exactly what we would like to do in Louisiana, is to model a statewide strategy much like you have done at Innovate Mississippi. You've done a great job creating a funnel and satellite funds across the state that covers all the geographic regions. You do great with institutional investors getting buy-in. So, and it's a two-way street, right? Like you need the buy-in, you need funders to trust founders and vice versa. There's a huge opportunity for mentorship as well. And I think that's what draws a lot of people into angel investing in this early stage capital game.
Yeah. Well, it's good for the institutional investment community as well that we have an Innovate Mississippi that serves as that hub.
Truly.
That brings all these various parties together because they need each other.
Yes. It's a matchmaker. If you think about it in that way, they might not be the ones that are directly providing the service, but they can tell you who is, and it's usually vetted, and they can tell you who their trusted resources are. Or you need funding, you need a certain type of expertise. Maybe you are a founder and you're great at fundraising, but you need a CTO to actually firm up the technology you're trying to get funded. They can tell you who's looking. Yeah. Right? That's the role. And in addition to like a co-builders program, which I think we saw them pitch yesterday, and then they did a great job. That was 12 weeks of becoming capital ready. So in order to be prepared to accept capital from investors.
Because we want these innovators. We want them focusing on their good, their service, the problem they're solving in the market. But we just got to get them through this initial phase of getting the capital they need and the other resources and assets they need to create that environment.
Truly,
Yeah.
that's exactly what you need. And also, it's learning. Oftentimes, you are the subject matter expert in the technology or the service that you are providing,
Yeah.
but you need the support in order to speak the language of investors, right? So
Totally
how do
agree.
I tailor that pitch? Also, when do I need money? What's
Yeah.
the difference in coming here
Yep.
versus going to a bank? Like, equity is a different type of
Get it.
investing, and so
Appreciate
I think
it, Ann.
there's an education.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming on. Really enjoyed the conversation. Folks, we're out of here today. We've been at Innovate Mississippi's Accelerate Conference. Back with you in the Element Wealth studio tomorrow. Until then, stay safe and God bless everyone.